Hello everybody, today we are going to talk about minimalist wardrobe maintenance. I have an extreme minimalist wardrobe, and even though it doesn't really require a lot of maintaining, from time to time I have to do a few things, or I do a few things that make my wardrobe better and be what I need it to be at all times. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I upload videos twice a week about minimalism and sustainable living. If you're interested in these topics, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And now let's get started. So one thing that I would do from time to time is just go through my wardrobe and decide if there is any piece I do not want anymore, or that needs to be fixed or altered. Just looking at my wardrobe in general and seeing if there's something that needs to be changed. Usually, because my wardrobe is that small, I already know. Like, I do not have to go in there and look for something to change, but by using my clothes, I will come upon things that I realize that need to be changed. From time to time, there's a piece or two that I want to exchange, that I do not want anymore, and these things I usually just put aside to bring to a clothing swap or to give away to somebody that wants them. So currently this is my pieces that I do not want anymore. It's a lot of shorts, because I've had a really hard time finding shorts that I really like. The one I have currently in my wardrobe is shorts that I made myself. And even with these, I'm not 100% satisfied, but so I have 4 pairs of shorts and 1 scarf. With that one, I just really didn't like the color anymore, and I realized that the only time I would use it is when we are on vacation, and that doesn't happen that often. And I can just use other things instead of this, so I don't really need it. And there was a clothing swap supposed to be 1 week ago, but it didn't happen because of bad weather. And I would have shown you the things that I brought there, the things that I took from there, if I would have found something that I liked. But these things are sitting in a closet right now and waiting for the next clothing swap. Sometimes it's the case that I think I need something new or I need to exchange something. And also sometimes it happens that I find a piece that I really like and that I want to bring to my wardrobe, even though there was nothing really missing. But then of course I think about if the piece I found is better than the ones that I have, and if I want to exchange it for another thing that I already had. And that happened when I visited my mom and my family a few months ago, and I found a white shirt, and I thought the cut is really nice and I want to have it in my wardrobe, but it was white and I don't really like white, and so I dyed it. And another shirt that I had, and I have dyed it in the spring, but it has lost a bit of its color, so I re-dyed it to make it just a bit more popping, a bit more colorful again. So these 2 things I dyed with onion skin and avocado pits and skin, and I'm going to show you the process right now. So the first step is collecting avocado skins and pits and onion skins, and then just putting them into a pot and filling the pot up with water and bring it to a boil. It takes some time. You want to boil it until the color really comes out of these things, and then you can put the fabric in that is ideally pre-soaked so the color is distributing equally, and then you can leave it in there from 1 hour to up to 2 days, I think. And whenever the color is you want to have it, but keep in mind it will wash out a bit the first time you rinse it, and then of course it will lose a bit of its color over time. But I've had shirts for several months and I didn't have the feeling that I needed to re-dye them. And of course, if a shirt has lost too much color, you can always re-dye it. If you want to know more about the process of plant dyeing, I can totally make a video about that, so please let me know. But these are the garments I just dyed, and I really, really like the colors. I'm in love with these earthy tones, and I think I will get a lot of use out of these. I added this to my wardrobe actually, so I have 1 shirt more than I had before, and I'm still deciding if I want to keep all of them or if I want to get rid of one, since I brought a new one in. Another thing that I do with my clothes on a regular basis is just fixing them if they need to be fixed. And I've made a video about like saving money with minimalism, and in there I fixed a bunch of things that needed to be fixed, and I will link it up here for you. And just that's something I do on a regular basis, fixing, for example, pockets. The pants I'm wearing right now actually need to be fixed again because the pocket has a hole again. But I'm not gonna do that right now. Another thing that I have actually talked about in several videos before, I think, is my sandals. They had no real sole left at the heel, and so I brought them to a shop where they can fix them, and it cost 15 euros, and they're perfect again. They did not re-sole the whole sole, so just like the heel, but like that I think they needed less resources, and I think it's perfect like that, and I will see how long they hold up. And before that I've had them for like 2 or 3 summer seasons, and yeah, I hope they will last for another 2 at least. And then I think it's a really good thing because I want to wear my shoes for a long time, and that was the only thing that is like keeping to break down on me on these sandals. So if I can just fix them, and maybe if they can fix them again or even twice or 3 times or forever, that would be perfect. And I'm really, really happy because it didn't cost that much. It was like a local guy that could fix them and had something to do for me, and it was perfect. Whenever I go through my clothes, or whenever I do these things of fixing them, altering clothes, or just going through them and decluttering them, I really also try to think about what works and what doesn't work for me. So I always think, if I had the feeling that I had not enough shirts, if I felt like I actually didn't need that many pants, and like that I can always decide if my current wardrobe works for me the way it is, or if I have to change something in general. Usually I just exchange the pieces. So usually my wardrobe does not like get more pieces or less pieces. Usually I even exchange one shirt for another shirt. But with the scarf I showed you before, I exchanged the scarf for a sun hat, because actually I had the scarf for sun protection, and I think a hat is just way more convenient, and I can wear shirts with shoulders so that my shoulders do not get burned. And of course I can always wear sunscreen. But for the shirt, for example, I just added that to my wardrobe, and I will see if I want to keep an extra shirt or if I do not need that many. I think it is important, especially if you want to have an extreme minimalist wardrobe, to really pay attention to what you like, what you need to fix, what you need to change, what you really don't like about it, to make sure that that extreme restriction actually is what makes you happy. Because I think you really don't need that many pieces of clothing to be happy with them and to have something to wear every day. But if they get holes and if you do not maintain it, it can easily happen that there is nothing left to wear. And so I try to really be on top of that. I really try to always know what I have. I always want to have every piece be able to wear. So I don't want to have pieces that need to be fixed and then them laying around for a month, because I would miss them in my wardrobe. It's not that many pieces that I can just like not use one for a month. But I think that is always personal preference. But like that, at least it can't happen that a part of my wardrobe doesn't get worn for a long time and just collects dust in the back of my drawer. But since my wardrobe is so small, it isn't even possible. I need all of them. If you have a Project 333 capsule wardrobe, it's also always a good idea to just make sure you have everything you need for the current season, for the upcoming season, or to just make sure that the pieces you put into storage for the next year are in a condition where you can use them again, or to declutter them if you have realized that you don't really like wearing them. So these are the things I do on a regular basis to maintain my wardrobe, to maintain the quality, the number of clothing items I have, and just the wearability of my capsule wardrobe. And that is what works for me. Now I would be really interested in how you handle that. What are the things that you do for your wardrobe? Or are you struggling in certain parts? Do you have things that you need to be doing but just never do because you don't feel like it? I would be really interested to talk to you about it in the comments. For me, for example, the shoes, I had them laying around for months now until I finally realized that it's summer here now, that I need them and that I want them to be fixed, because it was really not good for the shoes anymore to wear them because there was no sole left at the heel. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos, check out these right here. I've linked to a video and a playlist about my minimalist wardrobe. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!